Welcome to the... Hi Ninja. Name's Cloaksy. I don't know if you remember me, but I used to farm you back in the old Fortnite days with Tfue. I apologize for always making you get second place. I just want to say no hard feelings, and thanks for putting that one rapper on the map, Drake.
Welcome back to another AFK solo episode. Today, we are recapping OG Fortnite, taking a little trip down memory lane and dissecting all the highs and lows, reliving the experiences, reflecting on the highlights, surprises, and where the game stands now. So stick around as we're going to crack open the AFK chat room and dive into your comments and questions. Let's jump right in. All right, quick little digital discourse. The Squid Game, the challenge. I want to talk about this real quick. For those of you guys, for everyone out there who hasn't watched Squid Games, if you haven't, it's on Netflix. It's arguably one of the best series of all time. If it hasn't been spoiled for you already, you got to give it a watch. It's one of the greatest shows ever. Jess and I, my wife and I, we rewatched it like a week after. When all the hype, when it was number one on Netflix and it was all everyone was talking about, we watched it all the way through. Then we watched it all the way through again, like a week later. Like we just binged it back to back. I don't even want to, I guess I'm not really going to spoil it, but basically these people are fighting for their lives in a tournament essentially, or in a friendly competition of like childhood games to win, basically win the lottery essentially. Right. But at the cost of their lives. Yeah, the concept is dark and like sad because it's like, all these people rack up all this debt from, whatever it may be, gambling or just loans, and they just don't, their entire lives are basically, to the people who are hosting this thing, useless, right? Worthless for their entertainment. It's just a great show. So a little I don't even know what do you call it? Like a documentary or something, or I don't know, man. Like Jess was freaking out because Squid Game, the challenge, like she thought that another episode of Squid, like an actual like season 2 of Squid Games came out, but this came out of nowhere. No one asked for it. And in my opinion, like Mr. Beast did it better, which is like hilarious, right? That these people took so long and they're like, let's do a series where, we actually make people do the challenges for money. And but it's their lives aren't at stake, obviously, of course. And it's just hilarious. It's terrible. Jess and I watched the first like 10 seconds of it and we just turned it off so fast. I was like, what are they, I don't know, man. It's like, what are they thinking? Like Mr. Beast, this came out after Mr. Beast's video. So I'm like wondering if like the directors or the producers are sitting there and then they're just like, should we go through with this? I can only imagine the budget that went into that was like 10 times more expensive than Mr. Beast's, and it probably didn't do that great. I mean, I don't know what the reviews are for it, but that's just not what I'm trying to watch, man. Like the show is so good. The show is real. Okay, it's not real, but you know what I mean? Like let's just say that it is real when you're watching it. It's like the stakes. It's the ultimate stakes, right? It's their lives. It's literally die or win the game, right? To win this money, to pay, to essentially save their lives because they're broke and they have nothing left to lose. And then you have the Squid Game, the challenge on Netflix, and it's like they're doing the same thing. These people are crying because they're getting shot by paintballs. I don't know. I didn't like it. It's a huge pass for me, but maybe I'm wrong. I'll do some more research on people's opinions. Would I participate in the Squid Game challenge? No, probably not. I don't think I would. I'm very competitive, but unless like if Jess did it too, then maybe I'd consider it. Because I feel like this is something that would take a while to record and stuff like that. And I just wouldn't want to be away. I don't like leaving for long periods of time anymore, being away from Jess. So everything is it's just got to be in and out quick whenever we're doing things like that, like recording shows, etc., etc. All right, enough of the nonsense. We're going to hop into what we're here for. The main event, season 1 of OG Fortnite is done. we're taking a look back to recap all the highs and lows of the last month. It's hard to believe it's over. That was one of the fastest months, like, I think ever. You know, as you get older, I feel like you understand the concept of time more, and then ergo, like, time just moves quicker, right? That was just the fastest month ever. It was an absolute blast. Looking back, what was the OG Fortnite experience? It's just like the map, right? When people think OG Fortnite, it's the map, dude. It's the map. It's simplicity, right? Like, what does it represent? It represents like simpler times. It represents simplicity, right? Like a simplified loot pool with a map that everyone knows and loves, areas that they love to land, and the friends that they're playing with along the way. To me, that's what OG Fortnite is, right? It's Tilted Towers, it's Retail Row, it's Fatal Fields, and the OG season coming back. Yes, it was really cool and it was really awesome, but I've been saying this for a long time. Like, OG Fortnite, like, it's always, you can always go back and relive things or like think about things and being like, oh, this was the best time ever. But like, it was so much more, right? I mean, it was just simpler times, man. It was before all the chaos. It was before COVID. It was before, for a lot of people, it was before people, you know, grew up, like kids, man. I mean, there were, like, now everyone has jobs, you know, people who are 18 are now in their mid 20s, right? When Fortnite came out, people who are 13 are now going to college, right? So these kids who are 13 years old are now, they're living their lives. They're growing up. So like the nostalgia thing, I think it was great. A lot of people were able to kind of like teleport back in time. But the reality of it is like, you know, it doesn't always get easier. And when this dropped, I think people, you know, they came back together, and it gave people an excuse to play with their friends again, all hop on a game and like teleport back to a time that they loved, right? That everyone loved. And I've been saying this for a long time, especially during this season, but like, it's really just the people you play with, right? Like, everyone loves OG Fortnite, sure. But Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 of Fortnite, like, the seasons have been incredible. The content's been great. And at the end of the day, there's just this weird stigma around Fortnite that it's this kid's game, or that it's stupid, it's cartoony, it's da-da-da-da-da, you know, building sweats, tryhards. It's like all those excuses are they're just bullshit. It's bullshit. Because, I mean, first off, you can't even complain about people building in like the sweats anymore, because there's zero build, and like zero build mode where you just can't build. It's all aiming. It's just, dude, it changes the game. It allows people to be able to enjoy the game without having to worry about putting in 10 hours a day building, so they don't get, you know, W-keyed by somebody building the Eiffel Tower in 5 seconds. So you have that, right? And then the content's great. The weapons are good. And again, dude, I mean, just no one's doing it like Fortnite. I'll just say that. No one's doing it like Fortnite. So Chapter 5, give it a try. I think I'll dive a little bit more into that soon. But some of the highlight moments, surprises, disappointments of the OG season. I mean, let's start with the disappointments, and then we'll go to like the highlights and what we loved about it. The disappointments for me, I wish they brought back dude, they didn't bring back all of like the POIs that I loved, right? Like Lazy Lagoon, season 7, right? Like, they brought back some of the weapons and things like that, and some of the items, and they brought back some of the areas, but mostly everything stayed the exact same. Tilted Towers never changed, retail never changed. And I think, you know, they didn't add all of the, they didn't change half the map, right? The lava was on the map, right? And the volcano, like season 7. So it was basically like a budget OG almost, which is fine because it was only out for a month and they didn't have the time probably to make all of those crazy changes. So that to me was my disappointment. I wish that, I guess I wish it was longer so that we could have enjoyed it more. And I guess I wish that they brought back like the areas that made those seasons the seasons. But I can't complain. The highlight moments, we got our sub button back the day that it launched on Twitch. So for those of you who don't know, you can multi-stream now on Twitch, broadcast to YouTube, Kick, all at the same time. And I was able to do that, get my sub button back and become a partner again, literally right when OG launched, which was unbelievable. We did that 36-hour stream. And yeah, it was perfect. I think, again, all in all, I really do think that it was just like, I was surprised that there were that many players. Guys, they broke their record for most players on. It was like 6.8 million or 6.3 million players live, all playing the game. And, just the power of Fortnite. I feel like there's only, literally think about it. For a game that exists that it's existed for the last 6 years. Like, what game has the power to do this, right? Like, not coming out with a new game and not like a franchise, right? Like, because the world is losing their minds over GTA 6. So like, I understand that there are games that have power and pull like that, but like, what game that has is just in perpetuation? It's alive, it's being updated, etc. That can pull this amount of numbers basically at the drop of a hat, right? And it's epic. It's Fortnite, dude. So just acknowledge it, love it, live it, and breathe it. How do I think Epic did rolling it out and maintaining it? I mean, I thought they rolled it out and maintained it perfectly. They rolled it out, right? They hyped it up just enough. They kind of let everyone just talk about it themselves and leak a little bit this, a little bit there. And then it just started spiraling. And then everybody was ready for it. Everyone was ready for it. And as for maintaining it, I think they did a great job. There was, I've been saying this the last couple of weeks to my buddies, to Tim and Dennis, and Andre, Epic is listening. I don't know if you guys are noticing, but they're listening very, very much. Like, I also think there's someone new running their Twitter, because the way that they're tweeting is very young, if that makes sense, and aware. Like, here's an example. It was week 2 or week 3 of the OG season. So there's only 4 weeks. So we're halfway in. And they just released the treasure maps, right? And one of the things that people loved about the loot pool was that not everyone had just gold guns, and you weren't getting beamed by everybody and their grandmother the second you spawned. And when those maps came out, they were everywhere. Everywhere. Everyone had a map. It took 2 seconds to get one, and then you would get a gold scar and a shotgun, like a purple or a gold shotgun. And you were just getting lasered. And it immediately took the fun out of the game. And they nerfed that in a day. I mean, the amount of maps, they nerfed it same day, which is incredible. It was incredible that they did that. And just, again, they're listening, right? They're people are dude, so many, they're too much. Everyone has too many good guns, get rid of it. And they did. And now people are talking about the movement in chapter 5, right? And immediately the same day they tweet out that they acknowledge that the movement might be a little different, but they're keeping an eye on it. It's, again, it's the transparency and being humble enough to just listen to your audience. It really isn't that difficult. It isn't that difficult, but it is, right? On paper, it's listen to your audience, listen to their feedback, judge what you think should change and needs to change, and what should go back and what shouldn't, because you always have to move forward. It's difficult for artists, right? Because that's what they are, right? People who create the video games, they're artists, and to have people critique your work is it's tough. It's not easy, right? You build something and then someone just critiques it, and to be able to swallow your pride. And because that's what happens, right? They launch a season, Epic launches a season. We, the people who, have never made a video game are playing it, and we're this sucks, right? This gun's awful. Well, there were people that worked on that gun and designed it. So now they have to swallow their pride, admit that the gun is bad, right? If it is, and then fix it. And it's and that hurts, right? So again, but being able to just understand that and try again, swallow your pride. It's tough, but it's what has to be done in order for your game to pop off. Gotta keep the people happy, man.
We're going AFK with Ninja. What's he gonna say?
What do you think the crazy popularity and concurrent total multiplayer is? I already said it, man. I mean, it says about during OG Fortnite, says about the game. Everyone loves Fortnite. Everyone, at the end of the day, if you didn't experience OG Fortnite, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems. OG Fortnite ain't one. They also tweeted out that it's coming back in 2024. That's right. From their account, they realized how much people loved it, and they already said that they're going to bring it back again next year. Shout out to Fortnite. Let's go, baby. Listening. So the state of Fortnite right now, I mean, let's talk about it. It's chapter 5, and we were all talking about how we loved simplicity and guns being rare, good guns being rare. In the map, obviously, we love the OG Fortnite map. Well, they flipped the world on its head, and the map is different. I love it. They messed around with the movement. Now, people who are in build mode, they hate it. Zero build players are in love with it. And I mean, I'm in love with it too so far. I think that again, it's one of those things. Just give it some time. Play with your friends. I'm seeing a lot of people give positive feedback about the new chapter, and I'm also seeing a lot of pro players and builders who are kind of struggling right now. But you just got to give it a chance. Give the movement a chance. Give Fortnite a chance. And I mean, guys, like Legos, Fortnite Legos is coming up. And when I say, and dude, it's a whole new game mode. It's like a Survivor, Minecraft, Explore, Adventure game mode. And I think it is going to be huge. It is going to be huge. If Fortnite can take over this Minecraft world, right? This Roblox Minecraft like community, it's over. It's like the final Infinity Gauntlet, or the Infinity Stone for the Infinity Gauntlet. It would be unbelievable. That comes out on the 7th of December. And you got to just give it a try if you're into that stuff. If you're into Fortnite, if you're into Roblox, Minecraft, whatever. Like, I'm going to be playing it with all the boys. We're going to have crazy adventures. It's almost like Rust-esque. I think it's going to be insane. Again, Fortnite, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They're insane. They're smart. I love them. And I can't wait to test these game modes out. They also have a Rocket League game map essentially as well. And they also have like some concert thing that they're doing. Like, it's just crazy. You have to just follow along. All coming up this next week, really. And I just think they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They're keeping the OG map in 2024, and somehow they're only getting bigger. I mean, it's crazy. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. I still think Fortnite is the number one battle royale. It's not even close. Not saying that other battle royales are bad. You got to love H1Z1 and PUBG that built the path out, and Apex, which has just done an incredible job as well. So, but in my opinion, Fortnite is king, and not just because I stream it. I hope you all enjoyed and loved the Fortnite content, chit-chatting. I think they're doing things right. Give Chapter 5 a listen to, give it a play, and stay tuned for all the new amazing things that are coming at the end of this week, or just rolling out. By the time you even hear this, they might be out. So load up the game, give it a gander. Just stay tuned. Watch the streams. I'm live pretty much every day, besides Saturdays and Sundays, gaming with the boys. But now we are hitting the AFK Chat Room. We received more of your listener comments and questions, and we're going to dive into some. Let's get right to it.
Please leave your message for AFK with Ninja.
Hey Ninja, what's your favorite sandwich? Mine is peanut butter and jelly.
All right. Alfie, we got a message from Alfie. What is my favorite sandwich? He said his is peanut butter and jelly, dude. All right, man. Not the kind of question I was expecting, but my favorite sandwich is probably just a classic BLT, dude. Crispy. It's got to be crispy bacon, because that's really what makes it. And just a nice, toasty bread. I love me a solid BLT, dude. Love, 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 love. It's the simplicity of it. You know what I mean? Thank you for your question, bro.
Hi, Ninja. Name's Cloaksy. I don't know if you remember me, but I used to farm you back in the old Fortnite days with Tfue. I apologize for always making you get second place. I just want to say no hard feelings, and thanks for putting that one rapper on the map, Drake. I found out who he was through your stream, so I'm sorry he used you for clout, but I hope you're okay. Anyway, I'm a big fan. I was wondering if I can have a free OnlyFans link, but okay, bye.
Dude, there's literally no way that Dennis Cloaksy sent this message in. Unbelievable. Dennis, I love you. I know you're not even going to listen to this, but I'm going to text you immediately after I finish recording this episode. Oh my God. Wow. Thank you for your question. Apology accepted for allowing you to farm me in the beginning of the Fortnite days, you little shit. Oh my God. All right, Dennis. Very funny. From Anonymous too. I love it. He didn't even put his name in.
Hey Ninja, here's my question. So when you first started blowing up, if you could go back and change one thing, what would you change and why?
Ooh, that's a great question. This is from Austin. I actually get this question a lot. The simple answer is I wouldn't change anything because everything I did led me to where I am today. And I'm very happy and very content with where I am in my career and where I am in life. But for the sake of answering the question, what would I change? Or what would I have changed? I would have spent more time building, I think, and practicing like competitively. I would have put more time in like creative and stayed at that top 0.01% of players. Like I still think, I'm obviously incredible player in Fortnite, can still destroy lobbies, but just not putting the time in building early on and when everyone else was just advancing. And then I wish I did that. I wish I just did that so that I could have just continued to dominate the way that I did at the first like 2-3 years of Fortnite. That's it. So that I could continue. You know what I mean? Because for me, I'm a very proud person and I'm obviously super competitive. And I think if I put the time in and built more and played more and practiced more and not just, pub stomped and I did those, T-fault scrims and I practiced more in that sense. Like I think I would have just, excelled even more as a player. So that's what I would have changed. Good question, man.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Okay, that's kind of creepy. Bro Dad says, what's my favorite scary movie? And he whispers into his microphone while he asks. My favorite scary movie is probably Smile, and I hate it because I was like thinking about it for like 2 weeks. It was like tough to get to sleep. Nightmares, the movie itself, I don't know, I don't know, something about it just stuck with me. It just horrified me. So yeah, that's my favorite scary movie, bro. Good question. And thank you for the creepy whisper.
Hey Ninja, if you weren't a professional gamer, what's your other dream career? And do you have any regrets getting into professional gaming and streaming?
Daniel, thank you for your question, man. I get this question a lot as well. If I wasn't a streamer, what would I be? I think I would still try to be a streamer, dude. Like I think I would have just continued to do it, but not at the level that I'm doing it, right? Luke Holmes has that song, like, what would you be doing if you weren't doing this? I'd still be doing this. I know that's probably not the answer that you wanted, but that's literally what I'd still be doing. For the sake of just, answering your question, I guess, anyways, just like the last one, I wanted to be a teacher when I was growing up, but I think we all know that I don't have the patience for that. So everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's it. And there might be like, I had no regrets, dude. No regrets. With everything that I've done and the way that I did it. Wouldn't change a thing. Final question from Giovanni.
I know you love Pokemon Go, and I wanted to ask, what is your favorite Pokemon and what is your best Pokemon that you've caught?
Giovanni, I love this question, man. I've been falling off the Pokemon Go grind a little bit, just a little bit. But let me check, hold up. Let me pull it up, man. Let me pull up the Go right now. My favorite Pokemon in general is Suicune, though. I have a bunch of shinies of him. I think I have a perfect IV of him as well. But my strongest, hold up, pulling it up right now, CP. My strongest Pokemon right now is a 4,236 CP Dragonite. Perfect IVs, perfect attack, perfect defense, perfect HP. He's my baby. And then right behind him, I have a shiny Rayquaza, also perfect IV at 4,067 CP. So those are my boo thangs. And thank you very much for your question, dude. That is going to do it for today. Thank you for tuning in and listening and sending in your questions and comments. I really appreciate it. It's actually one of my favorite parts of the show. We love building the show with all of you. Make sure to hit the follow button across Spotify, Apple, or wherever you are listening. Please leave a comment, drop a rating and review. It will help the show grow, I promise. I will catch you all on the next one. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.